a privilege, opportunity to be here and to study from the master. I think Yakov is a very interesting gentleman. He's very serious, very passionate about what he's doing. He is doing it with lots of sincere and love and intention, but on the other hand with a lot of humor, and brings so much light and calmness.
I'm left feeling really happy, really encouraged and lighter since I had that release in my neck. And I got to work on a different client today, which was amazing because the energy flew through the two of us. And the techniques were just powerful today. There was something special about today's training.
I feel surprised. A lot of what we did, a lot of what Yakov did was not what I expected, in a good sense. When I saw his videos, when I saw his Instagram stuff, it looked like a very precise technical sequence. But what I did not realize and what you don't see when you are just watching the videos is the energy work and the body work that goes into it, is how much focus he puts on where he's working. Focus of emotion, but also energetic focus, and then the reaction that people get from that undivided focused attention being directed to certain parts. That, like, for me, that was mind-blowing.
I started teaching 14 years ago, and at that time most people came specifically for the technique. They wanted to learn the movements of sculptural face lifting, precise, deep, effective movements directed at the facial muscles. And this is truly a very important part of the method. Every movement in sculptural face lifting TEM has meaning. We do not simply touch the face. We work with the muscles. We treat them, strengthen them, lift them, relax them, and restore their tone, volume, mobility, and life. Then, at some point, I connected each muscle with a certain group of emotions. In one area, there may be resentment or anger. In another, fear. In another, unexpressed emotions. Fear again, resentment, anger. In other words, the face is a kind of emotional map. The next stage was the anatomy of emotions on the face. I explained that each muscle is connected with a certain emotion. Today, these two aspects still remain important. But the most important thing is what we give to our clients and patients. First of all, of course, we work with emotions, we strengthen the muscles, and so on. All of this works together. But the main thing I teach, the main thing I try to convey, is how we allow energy to pass through us, from above, absolute divine bioenergy, and direct it with our attention, through our hands, directly into the face and body of our client. And this creates psycho-emotional release. Look, inside the spinal canal, there is the entire history of our life, from birth until today. I teach this. I do everything I can so that people can at least believe in it. And when a person believes, a certain block of distrust is removed, and what is meant to flow through them begins to circulate. This energy, divine energy, passes through the spinal canal. There are blocks there, and when the energy reaches these blocks, it breaks them down. The main idea in my teaching process today is to influence these psycho-emotional blocks in the whole body. Of course, before that, we have the muscles. Of course, we have the bones of the skull. We have psycho-emotional connections with the muscles, and therefore emotions stored in these muscles. But then I teach how to work energetically, how to let energy pass through your own body, how to activate this energy, and how to direct your attention toward emotional release, emotional detoxification, emotional liberation, healing, and therapy.